Oh, you're back. Still working on it. I've changed a couple of things. I've come in off that 250 circuit breaker now, and the power turned off, so I thought, great time to put all the cables in the right circuit breakers and up to me distribution box, in and out. Oh no. Oh no. Victron, you need to put an out on one of these boxes. What are you doing putting an in? Give us a sticker that we can put over the top of it. Anyway, right, so here's my other one. This one was really hard to get in. I didn't bother to show that, but it's very, because this is original Australian copper that cost me absolutely near nothing to get. I'm now paying, what was it, last lot of copper, 10 meters, almost $200. A lot of money, but more flexible. It's the smaller stuff. It's the 50 mil stuff, but I'm still using a 70 by 10 lug on them because A, they only barely fit into the 70 by 10 lug, and B, I want it to look good. So it's a matter of doing what you can. Alright, so we pop this back on here. This is our pos, that's our negative bar, like in this one. So I didn't show you that one, but now it's covered, and I had to cut a couple of bolts on the left to get that in. So it took me a little bit of time yesterday to get that done. And I thought, I'm not going to waste you guys' time with a time lapse. Do you want a time lapse? I don't know. Anyway, let's get this sorted. No power at the moment, so it's really easy to use. I've got to replace the cable, as I said about the BMS cable. I'm trying to leave it until I get the other batteries, but I don't think it's going to happen now. They've found one box of my batteries out of 4. The taxes was out of control to get them into the country, so I don't know how the hell they can justify the taxes that they're charging. On $300 you're paying $500 to import them. That's out of control. Out of control. I think it was a bit over $3,000, but even if it was $4,000, it's still a lot of money. So it's $5,000. Yeah, so that's in now, and I can put the cover over at any time, and my switch comes off here for the 250 and goes across the other one to activate it. This here fits like a glove. I had to grind them down a little bit because they are the 70 by 10s, so we've done that. I'm using, for the bennies, what's this? It doesn't actually tell me. I thought I could read it. It's that old. It's quite a big hex socket on a screwdriver, which I'm lucky. These aren't, I don't think they were originally metric. Well, I didn't think they were metric, but they might have been. Might have had half metric and half imperial. So what we've got to do first is try and log that in. And my main problem here is I have a bit of that conduit sticking through. So we'll fix that soon. We're going to fix everything today. Try and fix the balance lead again. And I was talking to a friend who's off-grid and has been doing it for at least 20 years, and he said to me, if I use plastic over the top of the BMS, it might heat up and de-glue. So I've got to work out what to use. Anyone got a good idea to hold those pins in place so they don't move at all for the rest of their lives. Well, until I have to replace the BMS, of course, because we know nothing is perfect in this world. All right, so that's tight, and I've just realised that these bolts are still loose. I never tightened them, so I better do that too. Besides that, well, I'm thinking they're 10 mil. I'm going to have to get a 10 mil socket to do it. Okay guys, just double checking this. I put the earth on the wrong spot of me the input and output, but it doesn't really matter because it just does it. So once we hook that up, it's gonna look fabulous. Right on the wall there. I'm gonna put the other one in too. I think I'll go and order some extra cabling and hook that in as well, so I'll have both switches and the display there, so I don't actually have to see it inside the box or display it to you guys in any other way. And I'll have two touch screens on the outside, which is pretty cool. And then I need some LEDs probably. So the server 2.0 Dia is slowly getting there, and we're doing our best to get there quick as possible. Like I said, there's a couple of boxes of batteries missing, 3 off, and that's a lot of money, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'm going to hook this up and we're going to work out what to do with the rest of it. It's just a start off, and I might even put a switch on button if I feel like it. I can't really hold this here forever, so it's going to have to go off. Okay, just been checking the wiring for the actual LED display touchscreen, and apparently it's running at around about 110 milliamps of current being pulled directly when switched on. I think I'm going to put a 200 milliamp fuse in line with this to protect it, and maybe a reverse diode just to make sure that it doesn't blow itself up. Anyway, and especially for the voltage that's coming in that we're using to drop it down to 12 volts. So yeah, what do you guys think? That's about it. I've covered a lot of it today. I'm going to keep going, but I'll put some more up soon. Okay, catch you on the next one. Oh, awesome multimeter. Little multimeter. I'm not sure how accurate it is. I don't think it's that accurate, but it's good enough. Okay.